Hello everyone, I'm Tessellating Hexagons and I'm going to sneak right in to the back alley heist, which sounds very suggestive indeed. I didn't think this intro through any further, so I'm just going to ramble and see what happens. Ooh! We get to physically break. Like break in, but break out apparently. Ooh, I like this aesthetic, and look! I got a couple of coins when I was reloading my save because this is a different recording session, and we finally have our lucky snarf back. Yes, our lucky snarf. Because apparently this is just Pinky in the Brain. Ooh, bottles! 30! But this level is clearly a side-scroller. How could you 30 in a Crash Bandicoot-esque environment? But, okay, I'm just rambling sweet nothings like I'm some sort of flavor cake, but this does seem very... I was gonna say Cotton Candy Randy. This isn't Good Mythical Morning. This does seem very Crash Bandicoot-esque, though. And it's been confirmed to me that, as I suspected, Sly's double jump does seem to get less effective the longer you wait to actually use it, which seems a bit dumb. Don't even touch me with your banoodle. Banoodle! Oh no. No, 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 no. I want to go back around and give that a subsequent attempt, because there was a bottle, and I refused to not hit the bottle. You know how the expression goes. Excuse you, I pressed it to jump. Okay, well I'll just try it from this side then, see if I'll have a generally better time. Have I just permanently screwed myself out of that bottle? If I have to come back for it, then so beat. As in, like, Soviet beetroot. You know, Soviet beetroot. Can I climb this? I cannot climb this. There is that over there, there's this over here. Oh, I'm not screwed after all. I have been unscrewed. Can I? I thought I saw a blue sparkly there for a second, but no, it's just the remnants of my lucky charm. I thought that perhaps I could go into a flavor place, and everything's flavors at the moment. I don't know why. I thought maybe I could sneak around into the background and find some secret bottles in the secret place that is secretively secret. It's bonus, where if you die there, you don't die for real. Good! Where did I land? Ooh, there's a place down here. I would not have guessed. I see something sparkling in here. Could it be? I didn't know. Was I supposed to break this open? Because I just sort of did that triangle dive thing, and that was perfectly adequate to obtain item. Okay, so how do I... Okay, this is how I leave. Good. I'm getting slightly used to the camera controls now, but it's still going to bother me for every fig. You know that time when figs bother you? Okay, actually, I do have a story here. I shouldn't, but I do have a story here. So, once upon a long time ago, when my paternal grandmother was still alive, I was at her house, the house where she ended up dying, but I'm getting a bit too real, and for that I can only apologize. So, I was at her house, and she just happened to have a random fig in the fridge, and I mentioned that I'd never had a fig before. I'd never even seen one in real life. I knew they existed, but anyway. So she's like, oh, well, you can have it if you want, just have a fig. Experience the fig. And I think I had fig rolls, as in like the cake biscuit thing at some point, so I wasn't unfamiliar. I wasn't a stranger to the flavor of figs, and yet I just couldn't work up the nerve to eat this damned fig. So I just sort of didn't have it. I mean, the opportunity was there, and I chose not to exact punishment on the fig by eating it. Okay, now here's a discussion for you. Where go? How make? How sausage? But yes. Oh, for some reason I thought I was sneaking along the edge, it was just ducking down. I foo. That is all. I'll just hide here, because you can't see me. You still can't see me. I don't know how you didn't see me, but you didn't see me, so. But yes, I didn't fig. Don't know where I'm going with this, but you now know the story of Tess and the original fig. 'Tis the only fig that I have ever experienced. I've never met one in person ever since. Never ever since. I'm sure this totally isn't. Oh, good. I did worry that might end up happening eventually. Come on, bottles. Come to Sly Daddy. Well, actually, because Sly's whole family history is all about his family history, there is probably most likely a Sly Daddy in there somewhere. Ah, yes, Sirhat Cooper. From San Marino by way of Turkey. For that matter, I'm surprised that, like, okay, I don't actually know for certain where the various levels in the various games take place. but I feel like... I don't know if there's a Monaco in there anywhere, and I feel like there should be, because, like, of all the places you could go, surely Monaco would be one of them. Did I miss a bottle there? I feel like I may have done. Ooh, are we going into the background? Yes, kind of, but also not completely. See, so far, levels have been pretty good about allowing me to backtrack if I so desire, so I don't know if I'm completely screwed just yet, but also, this level did turn out to be completely side-scrolly, and you know what? They made it work. Good for you, Sly Cooper and friends. Team Cooper, who what done diddly designed this gamey do. This gamey do. As opposed to gamey don't. As opposed to straight you don't. What? Okay. Did I miss a serpent? I did. Well, not anymore. How am I on 29 already? Wow. Cabana. Half of my heart is in the cabana. Oh, na. Okay. Either I missed one, or there's going to be one more just here. Thank you, game. Thank you for having a soul. Also, good on Sly for only existing in 2 dimensions when it's time to sneak. Okay, vault. Allow me to vault my way into your heart. What is the code?
I could have broken this code in my sleep. The combination is 565.
Well, that's relatively secure because it takes, like, they're middle numbers. Therefore, 555 is the best and also the worst code because it's 3 of the same number, but they're also the opposite side of the dial. Anyway, what do I win as a prize? Is it a piece of cake?
Okay, this page is from your hyperactive ancestor B.F. Cooper. He discovered a way to speed up the clock. Perfect for those long stakeouts. Just hold down the triangle button to use it.
Kinky. I'm probably not... I love how the prompt is just fast. Like, you press this button to must fast. But yes, I'm still exclusionarily using the dive so far. Like, this isn't even meant to be like a, ooh, challenge run, you know, only dive run, or whatever. It's the most useful so far. Though I've yet to properly experiment with others. The roll is fun for getting from A to B. Okay, so that's another key squared away. I've been told that there is another van mission later in the game, and I can't wait. Moist Wazowski. Well, since we're here, I shall go up N Nova, because I made that reference before. It's a minigame in ukulele, and it's terrible because it's basically Flappy Bird. That's a game that I said I'd let's play at some point, and then when I played it for myself, I thought, I'm going to want to get a controller for this and also stream it because, ugh. Oh. I thought there was going to be like a cutscene or something. So, true story. I did describe, like when I was first playing it for the first time, I did describe ukulele to a friend of mine as being better than sex, and as someone who has, at the very least, an asexual personality, yeah, I stand by that. Not the best game in the world. A Hat in Time is definitely better.
See those neon tubes? I know they look like you can't climb on them, but with your thieving skills, I bet you could pull it off.
Teehee. Good to know, but look, there's... Here there be bottles. How many are there in this stage? 40! Jesus on a toasty titty! A toasty titty. You know, tits on toast? The famous Polish breakfast. I'm only going with Poland because 2014, Mój Słowiany still haven't had that one go. It's good. As songs go, it is what they call a bop. It's tune, you know, point to the ceiling, acknowledge there is music, tune. Also, you would have thought that this would burn his little handsies, but no. Huh. I feel like I said that before at some point. Also, one thing that I meant to acknowledge before, and I just sort of didn't, like in the previous episode, Muggshot, why do you live inside what is to your kind a toilet? Like, his penthouse is just a fire hydrant, which is commonly associated with various flavors of canine. That should not have worked, but it did. Various flavors of canine raising leg and pissing. So why do you live inside the toilet, good sir? Oh, it's descend. There are bottle. I shall take. Oh, there's so much of this level to this level. It's grand. It's goopy la grand. See, twice now I've thought, oh, this car looks like it's going to fall, and then jump on it, oh, it didn't fall, and then jump back off, and oh, it did fall. So, yes, oh, hello, friend. You're just coming to have a fantastic time, apparently. Which sounds suggestive now that I take the words out of context and cease thinking. Has this commentary been in any way enjoyable to watch, listen to, or otherwise experience? Please rate out of 5 stars on the Google form provided. Except I'm not going to provide a form because this is just me rambling. This is the sandwich talking, because I'm singing about the pie and other references that belong entirely wholesale to other people. I don't like leaving these coins behind, but at the moment, I'm in a good place. Ooh. Okay. Sure. Alright then. That just happened. I'm surprised, sort of, that like, in the same way that in that other level back in Riley's place, where I thought, oh, maybe if you run the conveyor belt too much, then the bottles might fall off the end and they become permanently missable. I don't think this game does that, in hindsight. But, again, I thought, oh, maybe if I, like, there'll be a whole load of bottles that come out of that tap thing that we were just hanging from, and then there'll be a lot of nothing for a while, but then what you don't realize is there's actually a secret extra bottle that you only get by hanging on it for ages and ages, and if you don't hang on for long enough, you'll think that you've got all of them, but actually you haven't. Also, how do these neons even existle? You know when neons existle at you? Hui, I am bad at commentary. Okay, so the Elgato just did that thing again where the entire screen cut out, but that's okay because I was having a mental cutout as well. I see a bottle. I see Great Wall of China. Now, I'm not sure if it expects me to bounce around some other way, but I'm just gonna go back here and get these bottles. We're up to 30. See, 40 is such an intimidating number, and yet we're nearly there. We're 3/4 of the way. I know the way, and it is 40 bottles deep. And because of physics... Timber! Like Simba, but with a T. That's a point. Why isn't there a parody of Pitbull and Kesha's Timber, but it's themed after the Lion King? And like, it's going down, I'm yelling Simba. Oh wait! That's actually almost pertinent to the film, is that I don't watch films, so... You know. Now that's something that surprises a lot of people when I mention it. Like, there was literally a teacher at university who... Like, this was a couple of months ago at this point, but they were genuinely surprised when I said, well, I don't really give a fuck about films. Like, never mind the profanities, they don't actually care about how we talk at university, but it was just surprised to hear that I don't care about... Like, bearing in mind, I'm in my final year of doing a degree in creative media production, not media studies, creative media production, actually a very different course. But, yeah, it was genuinely surprised to hear that I, a media student, don't care about films. Like, I don't, personally, don't take it personally, but I don't see the appeal of sitting in a dark room for like 3-4 hours, paying entirely too much money for the privilege just to sit there and stare at a screen for ages. And like, okay, you could say, oh, but Tess, you're a Let's Player. You stare at screens, it's kind of your job. And yeah, but video games are interactive. You know, like, they're the only medium that will refuse to let you progress until you're good enough. Like... I'm sure the word semen was in there somewhere. I mean, if that's what you're into, Muggshot, I am not going to judge you. But yeah, you know, you won't get halfway through reading a book, only for it to say, okay, now before you can get to chapter 3, please write a 5-page essay discussing the major themes of how it was secretly the story of pancakes and the ghost was made up all along. Oh, here come the cards, the stacked dick, if you will. But yeah, you know, you won't be watching a film and then partway through it's like, please fill out this questionnaire. If you don't fully understand the themes of this film, you will be forced to watch the first act again. Like, books and films and, like, music, you know, like, songs won't say, okay, now repeat the lyrics after me and tell me what the, you know, discuss the overarching themes that drove the writer to create the song before you can hear the song in its entirety, you know? Whereas for video games, they do it on the regular. You have to beat the game to beat the game.
You need an IQ of at least 140 to figure this one out. Dial in 468.
So you gave me a 3-digit number, but the right answer was a different 3-digit number. But yeah, video games you have to get good at in order to complete. But books and films and music you just experience. So, I like that interactivity, because otherwise it's boring.
You found the blueprints for Muggshot's additions to Mesa City. With these files, I'll be able to help you find all his clues and breakables. Just look through your binocucom to get the information.
It somewhat bothers me that I just didn't use that at all in the previous chapter, because it just didn't occur to me. And so, yeah, I like the interactivity of games, but even then, unless I'm Let's Playing, I tend not to play video games for long periods of time anymore. I used to, but I just don't anymore, because I get anxious about, oh, but I'm wasting so much time, look at all this stuff that I should be doing instead of playing games. At least if I'm recording, I'm actually doing something constructive and useful. Like, I can turn it into a video and put it online, and I've actually done something with the recording. Whereas, if I'm just playing for myself, then a lot of the time that doesn't really benefit anyone. Apart from A Hat in Time, that I played, and Sonic Mania. I played those and felt good about myself. Because, touch yourself and feel a little pleasure. Yeah, thanks for that, Gunter. Now, do I have time in this episode to tango? I shall try. Now, I have a theory about this next level. Also, just a random thought. There was a half second where I thought, oh no, I'm going to lose my Makango, my lucky charm, because I fell too far. Like, not even full damage, but just, I was watching Big Dip on a Bus play Action 52, and in that game, a lot of the time, you will die if you fall too far, and you'll die in midair because it calculates full damage based on how long you're falling rather than where you land. Also, is this going to be a Carmelita level? Because I feel like Carmelita's going to appear out of nowhere and start chasing us with a shock pistol, hence Two to Tango.
These rooftops are filthy. Well, they are the only way to get to the key, since my locator tells me it's in a jewel case somewhere near Muggshot's penthouse.
Well, this looks like a level that could be very much set up to be a lengthy chase sequence, so whoop, I jumped. Okay, that's at least twice this episode now, but I've pressed it to jump, and Sly has not jumped, so I object, but it's no big deal. I can just look how close I am to getting more coin. How will this level go? There she is.
Well, look who just walked into my crosshairs. Sly Cooper.
About time you showed up, Miss Fox. Was getting worried about you. Thought you took a wrong turn somewhere back in Paris.
The only one making wrong turns is you, Sly. I'd suggest you surrender before I paralyze you with my good friend, the shock pistol.
Now see, a girl whose best friend's a firearm's got issues. A little dinner, a little dancing. I think I can help you out.
Sounds romantic. As long as you don't mind dining in jail.
Nah, I hear the service is lousy.
Once I catch you, you'll know for yourself.
I ship it, but also I don't, because, as I've said before, I'm the only person on the entire internet, as far as I know, who ships Sly with Gex, which I know sounds really fucking random, but they're just made for each other. It's just so cute. And yet, nowhere else on the internet is this documented. And there's literally no reason for it, and I don't think they've ever appeared in a game together, because I don't think Gex is considered one of the PlayStation All-Stars. But, you can't touch me with your nipple gun. I can get you firing nipples at me. Like electric nipples of shock. So, there you go. Depending on your tastes, if you want a straight ship, then Sly and Carmelita. If you're in the mood for some yaoi, then Gex and Sly is OTP. Speaking of OTPs, this isn't as bad as it sounds, I promise. But I saw someone had tweeted a thing earlier, I think it was the other day, and I only just saw it yesterday, but someone retweeted my review of Spain's Eurovision song this year. Just they commented in Spanish on the they didn't even comment in the video, they just commented in the retweet saying, look, even abroad, they said in Spanish, Alfred and Amaya are OTP. I'm like, yes. Oh. See, I pressed circle and nothing happened, so that's okay. I pressed circle twice and nothing happened. So how do I proceed? How do I proceed though? Is there a different way of progressing? Because that really looks like the way forwards, and it, if I jump again, Sly will literally die. So yeah, that is very much forwards progress, so there we go. I do not know why that didn't work. Okay, so it's either the game or the controller. Yeah. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Once again, Action 52. I fell for more than 2 seconds. Clearly that means I must die. Well, we're at a checkpoint. We're indoors. Is she still in hot ass pursuit? Hot ass pursuit. You know, when you apply deep heat to your bum like your name is Harry Styles. That's based on a tweet. That's not me trying to perversify individuals. And deep heat is a type of heat-activated cream. Like it's a thing you apply to alleviate muscular pain. Quite why Harry Styles had muscular pains in his buttocks, I don't know, but hey. It's clearly a product of me watching too much Good Mythical Morning. We have almost all of the bottles again. Ooh, I need to... Who keeps leaving these conveniently placed mattresses? Anyone who calls themselves Matt, it's clearly just short for mattress, not Matthew. Good, I'm glad you got in the way. Okay, Vault.
Good thing I know Navajo code talk. Try 532.
Again with the fives. Clearly they know how to make codes round these parts. Give me the contents. Obtain me an item. What do we got? Is it cool? Is it cake?
Oh yeah, this will come in handy. It's Suzanne Cooper's notes pertaining to water safety. With this knowledge under your belt, you won't have to waste a charm whenever you fall into water.
That's actually incredibly helpful. But I love how, like, there were all these, like, thieves throughout time and space in Sly Cooper's family history that are like, oh, I'm going to add a page to the book about how to sneak, how to, throw a hat and make it somehow explosive despite the fact that it's not. Or, I know how to butcher early modern English and also jump and land on a specific point. All these... Oh, gravity. All these, like, fancy pages. And there's one that's just, I'm going to write a page on water safety. Like, apart from the fact that it's common sense, I'm just impressed that someone in the Cooper family... Good. I just got that Lucky Charm back as well. Good. Goddamn C-shaped lighting fixture. Also, I do now headcanon that the Cooper family member who wrote the water safety notes just sounds like Susie from Eurovision 2014, the Portuguese singer who did Quero Ser Tua. Like, because I remember she did like a video, a so-called video snack for the Eurovision.tv YouTube channel, and she was telling you how to do the dance to her song, and I remember her saying, like, in really, like, not patronizing, but just like really sort of cutesy kind of ways, like, the dance move involves bringing your arms around like an ocean, and it was cute, it was endearing. I just feel like she is one of Sly Cooper's heritages. Ooh, it's another piece.
I'm gonna hunt you down, Cooper. You can't run forever.
Oh, but he can try. And one day, there will be a dinner date, and it will be cute, and it will just be fancy for every flavor of the universe's cake pies. Everything's cake and pies. Well, for the moment, I will quite proudly declare that I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode, we'll head back outside, I think. Yeah, we've done everything in here, so we'll head back outside, go to the Bone Zone Casino, and probably take on the boss. See you then for that. Goodbye.